For basically all of human history, we've looked up at the night sky and wondered about that bright red dot, Mars. Today, we're going to take a trip to the red planet to figure out why it has such a grip on our imagination and why it just might be our next great adventure.
But really, what is it about this dusty, faraway world? Is it just the color, the mystery, or is it something deeper, like the feeling that it holds the keys to some of our biggest questions? Well, in this explainer, we are absolutely going to find out.
So, to really understand the dream of going to Mars, we first have to get real about what it would be like to actually be there. And let me tell you, it is a planet of incredible and incredibly harsh extremes.
When you put Earth and Mars side by side, you see this weird mix of alien and strangely familiar. For starters, it's tiny, about half the size of Earth. Its atmosphere, almost all carbon dioxide, and it's so thin it can't hold in heat or protect from radiation. But here's the wild part. A day on Mars is just 24.6 hours long. That's a rhythm we could get used to, right? A familiar beat on a totally different world. And when I say different, I mean it. I want you to picture the coldest, most bitter winter day you have ever felt, and then make it way, way colder. The average temperature on Mars is a mind-boggling minus 60 degrees Celsius. Just surviving there isn't a challenge. It's a monumental feat of science and engineering. And then, you've got the weather. And we're not talking about a little wind and rain here. We're talking about colossal, planet-sized dust storms that can literally swallow the entire world. They can blot out the sun for weeks on end, which, as you can imagine, is a huge problem for our solar-powered robots.
The landscape itself is just built on a scale that completely dwarfs anything we have here on Earth. I mean, we think Mount Everest is big, right? Well, the volcano, Olympus Mons on Mars, is almost 3 times taller. And the Grand Canyon? It would be a tiny crack compared to Valles Marineris, a canyon system so long it would stretch clear across the United States. It's a world of absolute giants.
Okay, so if it's that dangerous, you might be asking, how in the world do we know so much about it? Well, we do it the smart way. We send in our robotic pioneers first. These are the machines that go where we can't yet. And the real stars of the show are these incredible machines called rovers. They're basically our robotic geologists, our remote-controlled eyes and hands just rolling across the Martian surface doing science. And the latest, most advanced one on the team is NASA's Perseverance rover. Perseverance has a really clear 3-part job to do. First, and this is the big one, it's on the hunt for signs that life might have existed on Mars billions of years ago. Second, it's a collector. It's gathering up the most interesting rock and soil samples and setting them aside so a future mission can come and pick them up. And third, it's a trailblazer, testing out brand new tech like Ingenuity, the very first helicopter to fly on another planet. How cool is that? You know, the work these rovers are doing isn't just about discovery for its own sake. It's really all about preparation. They are literally paving the way for the day when our pioneers are no longer made of metal and circuits, but are made of flesh and blood. So, what would life on Mars actually be like for a person? Well, you'd be living inside a specially designed habitat. Think of it like a self-contained bubble of life. It has to provide you with breathable air, obviously. It has to keep the temperature stable so you don't freeze. It has to shield you from all that dangerous space radiation. And, probably the coolest part, these habitats would have greenhouses, letting astronauts grow their own fresh food millions of miles from Earth. Okay, let's make this personal for a minute. Imagine you're on the crew. All the essentials are packed. The suits, the tools, the food packets. You have room for just one personal item. What would you take with you to another world? Seriously, think about it. It's a fun question, but it also makes this whole huge idea feel a little more real, doesn't it? So all of this, the incredible risk, the staggering cost, the amazing technological effort, it all kind of boils down to one final, really basic question. Why? Why are we doing all this? And ultimately, the answer comes down to one of the most profound questions we can possibly ask. Are we alone? We know that Mars used to be a warmer, wetter place. If we can find proof that even simple microbial life once existed there, it would fundamentally change everything we think we know about our place in the universe. So exploring Mars, it's about searching for our past, yeah, but it's also about securing our future. It's about understanding where we fit in the cosmos. It's a journey driven by that very human instinct to be curious, to dream about what's just over the horizon, and to hold on to the hope that someday we might just have another world to call home.